Most you vault dwellers know our story by now. Well, you all were a-hiding away in 76. Some of us were stuck out here making it work. By now y'all seen my sisters out there, dressed to kill, but deader than dead. To y'all, these are just dead young women scattered about Appalachia. They may even look a bit alike to y'all. But I mean to tell ya, we were all different and unique until that there war broke out. Then that one thing we all had in common brought us together. Strange as it may seem, how y'all gonna say no to free food and shelter in a mansion of all places when the alternative is to follow some makeshift caravan down some dark and bombed out road, only to hope you get somewhere better? The survival training didn't hurt none much either. Well, in the end, I guess it fucked us all. Ironically enough, we all were delaying the inevitable. Our founder and hero, who we all looked up to, would end up the same as the rest of us. You know some of our names, who we were, what we did. You know Livers and Shannon. Hell, most y'all remember my sister Natasha Hunt too. Spoiler alert, she's fucking dead also. She was a great French kisser. But one of us got away before it was too late. I am Tiana Chevrolet, and this is my story.
Words, weapons, sharpening knives, makes you wonder how the other half died. Other half died. Makes you wonder, wonder. Well, here come the man with a look in his eye.
Let's make this quick. We are all here for some fun. The world is fucked up enough. If there is something you want to put in this story, go right ahead with any suggestions. All comments are held until approved by yours truly.
You fucking serious?
As serious as my gines looks like a corpse flower on the third day of bloom. Next rule is, we believe in free speech on this channel, and shit can get pretty graphic really quick. If that ain't your thing, or you get offended easily, off you fuck now. Holy fuck cunts and act a little. The last rule is, don't take this personally. We are gonna fuck with the lore, Bethesda, each other, and maybe hit on some serious topics from time to time. So sit back and have a little fun, and if you like it, maybe send it to your friends or some shit, okay? By now you probably noticed I look a little different now than the other girls. Besides not being dead, I am a wrinkled up prune compared to how I looked 20 years ago. I don't even think I could get Alexis to go down on me now, looking like this, and she was the group licker. This all started when I left Riverside Manor. I snuck out on a mission. I didn't have the heart to tell anyone, but with Livers gone all the time, I kinda snuck in and read her terminal. We all knew she was fucking Brody, but she was into some crooked ass shit. For those of us on the outside, we had to form groups and gangs to survive. If you were alone, then it meant you were dead. I knew it was a matter of time before Liver's shit was gonna fuck us all up, so I chose to survive. I took on with a group of sharecroppers. We networked around the area and would trade with each other. This nice old reverend named Delbert would come by with new recipes from time to time. Of course, we had to scavenge. I even found one of Uvalde Weller's Pip-Boys on some dead-ass idiot while we were jacking some stuff from some raiders. That thing has come in handy. But with everyone starving, farming became a high-risk endeavor. Seemed like we were fighting off something or someone several times a week. Eventually, all our food was gone. We decided, since I was the best trained and had a Pip-Boy, that I would go to a Brotherhood of Steel outpost to ask for supplies. But wouldn't you know, those cocksuckers chased my ass off in a hurry. I even wore one of their stupid outfits, hoping they would help. But I guess that's what you get when you hand power over to a single group of assholes. The responders weren't much help either. Changing outfits again. I thought they would feel some empathy, but get this, y'all. He said I could get a job at the Emmett Mountain disposal site because I had miner's experience. I knew some routes through the mountains, so it didn't take me but a few days to get up there. This place gave me the creeps. These scavengers were led by some hussy named Marion. No one would give me any information on the job details. They just kept telling me to go inside. I guess when you are desperate, you'll do anything to get by. I probably should have paid a little more attention to how they were all dressed. When I got inside there, it smelled funny, like a possum's dick after it fucked a duck. But they sent me in to see the HR guy, like here we are trying to survive, and these assholes restructured a capitalistic work environment that never worked to begin with. And while he was cramming his fat fucking face, he said I needed to put the suit on that was on the cabinets. Little did I know, I headed down to see the head of the operation, Marion. She wanted me to head into the tunnels and help find any materials or minerals, whatever that meant. But as Dickens would say, tuppence is tuppence. It is amazing what we will sacrifice for a little bit of security in this shit world. Not to mention who we place our trust in. At first, I only felt a little tingling. You know, like when you lick a battery. But then it started to burn pretty good. But I wanted to get paid. Besides, I had done worse shit in the mistresses. Don't ask about the Pilovsky Preservation Shelter games we used to play downstairs. I still don't think Fred ever knew what those squishing sounds were, but we almost got caught. Shannon wouldn't let us have no boys there at the mansion, so we made our own fun when we had a little free time. I done got carried away. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I stayed in the tunnels as long as I could, but the burning was really bad. I mean to tell y'all, I had to shit, puke, piss, and come all at the same time. There was no feeling like it. No one told me there was a decontamination process, none either. But as I took off that suit they made me wear, I could have feel my skin and body changing. I felt like a bowl of mackerel and orange cream soup that had been left in the sun for too long. But I went through their shower thingy anywho. The damage had been done by then. I felt awful. As I went to tell Marion I was done so I could get paid, I heard her gasp. I knew something wasn't right. I had been ghoulied. How fucked is that? I got back to my friends just in time to save their asses from another attack. You'd think they'd be grateful. All the shit I did for 'em. But fucking Linda here almost took a shot at me, thinking I was some feral piece of trash. A few weeks earlier, I worked her like a hand puppet, but now they all wanted nothing to do with me. But there had been talk of a place far away, with ugly fuckers just like me. Guess I wouldn't be getting inside Linda again. I left what had become my home after the mistresses in search of a new family. This Pip-Boy thingy had places all over its map I could check out. The strangest thing to me about war is, there ain't never been no problem that logic and reason can't fix. And even after we done annihilated each other, killed off half the planet, we go right back to the same systems and ideologies that led to this shit in the first place. We start new religions and invent new gods, like they will be any better than the old ones. Then we are surprised when other groups of people, who invented their own gods, want to fight to the death over who's right and who's wrong. Seems like a bunch of shit nonsense to me. I wonder when it became so important to be right all the time, and who decided that one way of thinking is better than another. Back at Riverside Manor, we had access to history and old news files we could learn from. I had read a story once about two young men that had a difference in thinking. They never would have crossed each other's paths in life, none either, except for this particular day. The one was giving a talk at some school, telling a bunch of other kids how he done felt about the world back then. But because they done thought different and thunk one way to live is right and one way is wrong, not ever thinking that one size don't fit all in this world, one of them shot the other. That man died there that day for talking about what he felt was right. I couldn't help but think to myself that no matter if you agreed with anything they done had to say, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, all you had to do is say, "I disagree with y'all," and go about your business. But I read about people taking sides, trying to be right. Maybe that was their way of making sense of it all. I don't know, but I know that choosing a side or having to be right doesn't bring people together. There I go again, rambling on something fierce. On my way to find these other ghoulies, I had stopped off at a farm we used to trade with, but some ferals had done chased everyone off. I couldn't help but think why those Brotherhood assholes couldn't have brought no help. There was this one girl that was staying here. She was a pretty good singer. I hope she made it out okay. I was hoping her and me could have a cunnilingus jamboree one day. Another farm had been taken over by some bears. I heard Sleazy's had one in their zoo someplace. I am gonna have to check that out someday. I stopped off in the mountains looking for anyone that could tell me more about this ghoul community and how I could find them, but they were all abandoned. Don't worry, y'all. I am getting to my point on how I ended up here. But I like to talk a lot. I guess that's why Natasha called me the Golden Tongue. Anywho, where was I? Oh yeah, I was getting to how I ended up in Burning Springs, but it's a long story.